Alright, let's get started, shall we? So, last stream, we started designing the frigates, and they're mostly complete. Like, there's like one or two things that they are still missing. Mostly their fire control needs to be researched, but other than that, they are pretty much complete as designs, and they're not too slow, all things considered. So I'm fairly happy with them. Of course, their range isn't massive, so they are going to need a lot of supply ships with them, especially if we have a bigger fleet. But I hope to at least start building some of these today. Not to mention they also got... How many magazines do you have? One bulkhead armor on the light frigate and 2 on the heavy frigate. Okay. That gives them a little bit more hit points, so that's good. But yeah, we got those set up more or less. I mean, now we are doing some research. Also, between the streams, I played a little bit once again, and I did manage to get the construction battalions research. So I'm now building 2 of those, and probably after that another 2 maybe. I don't know yet. We are about to get the single... Oh right, yeah, that's the single thing. Hello Alberta, how's it going? Over here, things are mostly fine. I mean, we found some aliens, which are like out of character. I can say that it's the precursors. We didn't actually find any of their ships. We just found one of their colonies by kind of accident, and they refused to talk to us. So there's not much we can do about it. But yeah, we are about to get the upgraded single weapon fire control for the survey vessels, which is going to be fairly useful. Of course, once we get the speed upgrade for the fire controls, then we'll have to redo the designs anyway, but that's still going to be about 12 years away, or at least 11 years away with the current speed. Of course, that researcher is actually quite bad. Do we have another one? I suppose what we can do is once we've done the sensor designs here, we can switch the researcher and put an extra lab on there as well to speed it up a little bit at least, and then divide it to something else. But how many do we actually have right now? We've got 15, 19, 22, so we've got another 3 underway. So we're slowly getting the research up, but not all that quickly, to be fair. Now, to be fair, we started a very small economy anyway, so kind of explains a thing or two. Let's get going, shall we? Oh, we found some more minerals. Also, let's have a look at the map. So I've renamed some of the things. I still haven't renamed Falkland, Guernsey, Kyushu, and Cyprus and Crete. But we've gone all the way to the Labrador Sea now, technically speaking. Oh, I've got some in Norwegian Sea over there as well. I don't know where exactly the jump points are going to take, so it's going to be slightly difficult to decide where to take them, or what to name them as, but once we know, we'll figure out. We do have 3 colonies. Well, actually, no, more than 3. We got colonies in... Well, Bay of Biscay has a mining colony, and Channel has a colony and a few mining colonies. Skagerrak has a colony and a mining colony. Arctic Sea has, I think, colony and a mining colony, and Norwegian Sea has a colony and a mining colony, and the colony is also a mining colony. And then North Sea, of course, has London. Also, we have a decent bit of fuel production right now. I mean, we don't have a massive fuel reserve right now in London, but Plymouth, on the other hand, does have 10 million litres, and I think, was it Kristiansand also has, okay, 1.5 million. So not quite as good, but it's still something. But yeah, we got quite a bit of fuel harvesters, or whalers as we call them. Oh, and research complete on the fire control, excellent. Right, so should we perhaps redo the design? Oh right, this was already done, I was just waiting for that. Okay, good. But yeah, it gives them a slightly better fire control at least. Oh right, we upgraded the weaponry in the survey vessel into the 9-pounders instead of 6-pounders. It's a bit longer range and slightly higher damage. Still not massive damage, of course, but hey, it gives them slightly more chance of firing on the enemy if need be. Hopefully they don't have to, but you never know. But yeah, that's now done. I suppose we don't really have any other vehicle or vessels that would require this small fire control. I suppose... Oh, right, yeah, we hadn't... I wonder... Can we now build those in the... Oh, no, we can't. So we'd have to retool it to here. Now the next question is, can we actually... let's check that in a few moments. We'll have to go and open the missile and ship optimizer. Planner... Oh, actually, cancel that for a moment. Save before we do that. There we go, and now, if we select this database, and then Strange Waters, British Empire. So, it would be Romulus 86. Cannot be, oh right, because the spikes are not completed yet. Because they need the... Okay, so it's kind of pointless to retool the shipyard quite yet, I reckon. Minimize that. But yeah, we started on the new thing, and yeah, we got a little bit more resources on Kyushu, so that's nice. Alright, let me actually quickly show the Trondheim resources, because it has a massive total accessibility, and it does have about 8.5 million tons of resources still. But yeah, 6.4 accessibility, that's like massive. It does have all the resources in there. The lowest accessibility right now is 0.3. So I'm pretty happy about that. And the colonization cost is just 2. What was the problem in here? Oh right, there's no atmosphere. And not enough water. Actually, any water. Yeah, I could see that being a bit of a problem. Now, I believe I was going to bring in some construction factories here so I can start building more and more industry. Also shipping in some more transport, or not transport, mines, so we can mine more. And this is basically going to be providing a lot of resources into London later on, because London has already run out of titanium and corundium to mine, and there's some other resources that are running rather low, like carbamide and boronite and vendorite. All of those are less than 10. Oh, and Gallicite is down to 9,000. But we've got a stockpile of 118,000, so I suppose that will last for a little bit still. One time exceeded. This water. Yeah, you do need water to make Coca-Cola and mojitos. That is absolutely true. Oh, and civilians construction another colony ship, and the civilian shipping has been quite wild lately. They actually, oh, they have all the colony ships moving. Hey Ozibi, how's it going? Aha, we got the construction regiments. Now the next question is, where do we want to take them actually? I have a cunning plan. But for that we need to first check what would be the most logical location for them. Well, Plymouth doesn't really need them, but like one of the mining colonies in here might have a use for them. That does mine corundium. Alright, I will hydrate. Yeah, the weather is pretty good over here in Finland. Like, earlier today I went to do my groceries and it was like 18 degrees more or less. So, well, not in shade, it was quite nice and warm. Right, so, I was looking through the... Oh, that mines a lot of corundium. Do I have some place that has a massive amount of automated mines, has a massive amount of resources? Okay, that Bay of Biscay place is quite good. Although I... Aalborg... Oh, it doesn't have corundium. Okay, so the mine here in Bay of Biscay... I think we want to get some construction regiments in here. Everyone decrease in Spain. Yeah, that... As the Nordics would just melt there. Well, it's either that or we'd have to put in a... actually, kind of stove that is in saunas and just throw water on top of that. I forget what's the English name for it. But yes, Bay of Biscay, Moon 4 of Planet 6 seems to be the place that we want to set up the construction brigade. So let's go ahead and take the Trooper 2, because I believe that is in London indeed. Level 1 when you reach 40s later in the summer, boiling down, yeah. I can imagine, well actually, well, not ever been that warm here, fortunately, but I could imagine it's kind of painful. Like, 40s is just a very cold sauna. Right, so let's load up the construction regiment. Then we'll go to the Bay of Biscay and we'll unload units from there, go back to North Sea. Then we'll load up the other one as well. Just take both of them directly into there. That's going to give us a bit of construction capability in there, and that should then allow us to build more mines in that location, which is going to be quite handy. We'll just need to put in a bit of a reserve for the corundium there, but that's not really a problem. And then refuel at London. Excellent. Now, since we got those, I think I might want to build more of them. Okay, then the next batch is going to be done in July next year. Let's actually have a quick look. How much is the... Okay, so it has... hold on. Yeah, 1.5, so is that 1.5 construction factories? Or 1.5 points in construction? There's a bit of a difference there. Planning to retire to Italy, so you need to get used to the heat. But again, you plan on becoming a professional wine drinker when you retire. I mean, that would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Last year highest was 42 degrees. Oh, yeah, that is quite warm. I can imagine that it's actually, is it humid or not humid down there? Like, if I understood correctly, you're relatively close to the mountains. I would imagine that it's relatively not humid. Dry would be the word that I was looking for. Right, but yeah, 1.5 per regiment, so that would at least give us 3. Okay, so that if it is factories, then that would be 36 points. So it's going to be about 4 years per mine. So not very quick. I think we'll need to get a lot more of these in there. There's still something. Plus, if we find any ruins, that would be nice as well. On the interior, it's at 20 to 40% humidity. Ah, fair enough. Ah, research complete on the gunpowder storage. Excellent. Right, did I got the new engines, and that was the size 20 gunpowder storage, which we're not going to be using on any of the ships right now, but it's a good thing to have for later on. Now we've got 5 research or labs currently doing nothing. I think, hold on, we did unlock the max engine size already, so that's good. Oh yeah, we probably had to. Fuel consumption would be nice, capacitor recharge rate wouldn't be bad either for the faster firing cannons. Or the power plant boost. Or the max engine modifier. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the fuel consumption rate. I think that is going to be a smart choice. Right, are we... Hold on a minute. Those are going to be done in November next year. Okay, so we've got a little bit of time. Oh, no. Oh, that's 98, not 89. Okay, well, let's get going then. Oh, the Dolphin has taken some fuel. Yes, I do believe that is for the football club. There's 2.5 million litres of fuel now. Excellent. And then, yeah, we've got 6.5 million there. Trondheim doesn't have anything. Kristiansand does have the 1.5 million. Right, we haven't. Oh no, we've actually gotten a lot of construction factories here and a mine. Now we're building another mine here. Right. The accessibilities over here are rather small. Let me actually make sure that we have the reserve for the corundium here. I think just 50 is going to be enough. Like, it's going to be mining anyway. Now then, Commander Experience, survey completed. Oh, hold on a minute, we did find some new. So, Duranium went from 22 million to 25 million, and 9 million corundium. Oh my. Have a look at that. So that was what? A6 Moon 3 in the channel. There's this one. Oh, we had already mines in there. Okay, the corundium accessibility is just 0.1. The uranium is 0.9, so that increase in quantity is not bad. Alright. That is a fairly good excuse of not saying anything in chat. Well, he's probably had the game open earlier today. You know how it is. Right, do we actually have any other survey sites in the channel? I'll need to refresh that. We got some in Cyprus. Do we have any in Celtic Sea? We do. We got one low. It usually takes about 5 minutes. But I do have it on SSD. Just for the sake of not having to load so long. Sometimes even less than 5 minutes, but that's when you've had it open earlier. Right, so let's have a look. Channel. So Celtic Sea is there. Bay of Biscay didn't have any more survey locations. Oh, right, actually, we can see them here, can't we? Cyprus would be through there. Cyprus does have one high. Okay. That's actually quite tempting. On the other hand, we might as well complete this Celtic Sea survey first, so that would be A2. First go to the Celtic Sea, make sure that we have a colony in there. We do. Oh, right, it's a Venusian planet. Okay. I'm not a rich streamer either. It says that I got some SSDs from a friend of mine. Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead and take the Trooper 1, which should be currently at Plymouth. Yes, it is. Right, so was the Moon 3. So yeah, we got Geosurvey Regiment there. Then we're going to go to the Celtic Sea, and it was the A2. Let's unload all ground units. Then I suppose you can go back to the channel, to Plymouth, and refuel from there. Not that you necessarily need to be returning back, but might as well. Ah, mine completed in Plymouth. Right. Well, speak of the devil. Let's have a look. What do we want here next? Or rather, what can we do? We've got a pretty good stockpile of neutronium now. So we can certainly increase the production. Well, we do have quite a bit of corundium as well. How much? We've got 30 manned mines here. Okay, so the mining speed in here in the end isn't that massive, but it's something. Oh, right, we are building a construction factory already. I suppose we could always just increase the infrastructure in here. Although, did I ever get a... Oh, I did. I did get a terraforming installation, but I never put it into work. Oh, that's my mistake. I think what we'll do is we'll put in nitrogen, add gas, and we'll put in like... Hold on a minute. Technically, something like 0.3 atmospheres would be already over the bare minimum. Because you need to have 0.1 atmosphere of oxygen at the least, and then it needs to be, oh, it can be at most 30%. It would be slightly below 0.3 atmospheres of nitrogen, but we'll go for 0.3. Probably going to take a while. Actually, I know it's going to take a while. Actually, let's have a quick look at the crystalline zone, because I know that we've been doing... Oh, right, yeah, we've been adding astutium there, which has increased the temperature a tiny bit. It's still basically minus 74 degrees. I mean, at least you can have nice ice creams there. I mean, sure enough, it will also freeze your tongue and most of the body when you eat that, but you need to make some sacrifices for the sugar. Right, so did I actually put in anything to be constructed there? I don't think I did. I got distracted. I think what we are going to do is we're going to build a second one of these. Right, so we got now another one of these underway. I suppose we could easily just put in another 5 construction factories as well. It's going to take a while, but it's also going to increase the production speed. Oh! Oh! Oh, right, yeah, as I started doing the terraforming, immediately it changed the terrain from barren to cold desert. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Officers, deployment time exceeded. Oh, geosurvey completed on the Arctic Sea. Okay, 200,000 Vendrite and 230,000 Sorium. Could be worse. Have a look at the next location survey in there. Do we have anything? Okay, Arctic Sea. Technically, the Arctic Sea 4 would be better. Go ahead and take a look at the situation there. Okay, yeah, that is slightly better. We do have the colony already up there. I just need to recheck. So it was... on the other hand, we were on this one before. Okay, there were 0.1 accessibility, so not that massive increase on the mining that can be done. Or, well, yeah. It's not going to be a massive amount of mining that can be done with a single mine. Not that we'd be sending one miner here. At least 5, but yeah, it's at least more resources in there. Actually, this, other than being extremely cold planet, it does have a decent enough gravity. And it could fit in 2.5 billion people. That's not too bad. And I'm sorry about the door noises. I'm pretty sure that the microphone is picking them up. It's just neighbors walking in and out. Right, anyway, so let's go for the... Actually, we might go for the Moon 22 first. You know, move slowly towards the inner part of the system. But for that, we need to send in the Trooper 1. Oh, 2. Oh, but the 2 is... Oh, right, okay, so we can't actually do either one. I suppose once you've done that, you could go to the Arctic Sea. And then go to the planet 9, Moon 3. Take that one to the Moon 22. And then go back to the channel. Refuel there. May need a new trooper, that's true. I suppose I could actually... Oh, wow. Hold on a minute. Now, I'm building a new dolphin. After that, I can build a new trooper, I think. I don't think I can build them in here. No, they need to be built on the dolphin shipyard. But that's fine. But at least we're doing pretty good progress on the geosurveys. Overhaul completed. and another gas giant by the looks of it. I mean, yeah, it does have almost 5 million story, 1 accessibility. Yeah, okay. Also, this planet over here has, I think it has all the resources. It does. And quite large quantities as well. Also, massive amount of hydrosphere. Or liquids in there. The temperature is quite warm. But I think that could be easily fixed by, well, I say easily, but it could be fixed by some terraforming. Alright, see ya, Zubi. But yeah, that is... do some quick maths here. So that's 100 million? Another 100 million, so that's 200. 300, 330 million tons of resources. The total accessibility is, let's see, 3, 7, 16, 21, 26, so 2.6. Yeah, that's not actually all that bad. I mean, hold on, the colony cost is 2 because of the... it's not quite breathable. There's a bit too much oxygen there, so you might have a sudden combustion. Yeah, I only have a shower as well. Oh, and cargo fleet completed orders. Right, so where are you up to? Let's have a quick look. You took... oh, right, you took the mass drive. Excellent. Excellent. I'm going to pull that to the side. And then let's have a look at the Norwegian Seas. So over here, we're getting resources in. This one can now send in the resources to... oh, no, you can't. Wait a minute, did you not take a mass driver? Oh, you only took a mass driver here, not to Trondheim. Now, to be fair, if we... well, we did just get a construction factory already in here. I suppose we could build one here. That would save us a little bit of fuel. Sure. We're getting another 4 construction factories soon enough, and then... well, we can probably bring another 5 after that. If need be. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that now. Because we got an order template for that, so London or a 3 contraction factory. Excellent. Well, that makes my life a little bit easier. Right, let's jump in here. Or to the next build cycle. And there's not that massive amount of things going on yet. Although, once... how far are we from getting the fire control now? We're going to get that on September. After that, we can then start building some frigates. Light frigates, mostly. Eventually, we'll get some heavy frigates. Actually, are we... we are upgrading that one to 10 kilotons. That would be the... oh, actually, no. We got the shipyard of heavy frigates already. And the other one is... well, it's not going to take all that long. But yes, we can actually build both frigates then, immediately. And the total fleet that we currently have is... well, it's mostly the London Reserve right now, which does have 4 sloops and 2 brigs. So, not very large. But it's at least a few ships. Not enough to beat down any of the precursors or anything like that, but enough to at least provide... oh, hold on, who died? Oh, it was the engine researcher. That's a bit sad. Oh, we do have a replacement here. It's not the end of the world. There we go. At least they do have a little bit bonus there, so that's good. Oh, and we just got another construction production researcher. Now let's have a quick look. What else are we researching? So the fire control speed rating is still going to take until 1800s, more or less, unless we get some speed bonus there, which is possible. But I don't think it's going to be done for at least another 8 years or so, even if we do get some speed there. We're getting the wealth generation per million workers upgrade, which is good because we are actually losing some money. Not massive amounts of money, but like enough money that it is going to be a problem if we don't do something about it. Then the broadside fire control is going to be done in September. Next year we're going to get the maintenance support facility. So that's, well, it's going to save us, will give us quite a bit of extra tonnage to work with. That's for sure. Right, but let's keep on going. Our production of mass driver completed in London. Right, well, what is the next thing that we need to do? Problem is that we don't have a lot of corundium anymore, so I'd rather not use that for extra mines. I mean, we've still got quite a bit of manned mines here, which we do need to transport elsewhere eventually. Then we've also got some automated mines actually for some mining colonies as well. I mean, technically, one thing that I could do is, considering the capacity of our transport is not a good idea, but one thing that I could do is I could just do forced labor mining camps and ship those over. But no, I think actually financial centers is probably a smart idea right now. Get 25 of them. It's not a massive amount, but it's at least something. How many do we have right now anyway? Financial centers, we got 70. Okay, well, I'll put in 30 then. To get to a nice round number. Just like with the ship tonnages, it needs to be around, like, even numbers. Okay, terraforming installation completed at Christensen. Let's have a look. How many do we have there right now? I think 4, but I could be mistaken. No, we got 4. So I was correct. Okay, well, let's have a look. What do we have resources for now? We could get another construction factory. And even numbers are the best. Exactly. I mean, for a fighter, you can probably have, like, technically non-even numbers, but, like, assuming that it's still dividable by, or something that is a fraction of 1,000 or 500 or something like that. Just so that you can fit as many of them as possible into a hangar deck. Right, so we got the resources for a fair bit of things. Got some thorium, which we are... but we actually got more of that than what we are using. Now, another thing that we could, of course, do here is craft something like engines and then transport those over. But at the same time, that's a lot of micromanagement in terms of transporting them over and all that sort of stuff. I'm kind of hesitant of doing that. You know what, I think we'll just do another construction factory. We'll be getting at least some neutronium before that, although not actually all that much. I could see that being a problem. Let's put that on, I don't know, 50% then, to delay it a little bit, and then I suppose we could do 2 financial centers. Yeah, 250 or 125 is probably like the ideal, if not 500. Like you say, I'm not actually tried designing a fighter yet with the updated railgun things. That might actually be quite interesting. Like, you can probably get rather small now, especially with the fire control upgrade as well. New minerals in... okay, that's actually quite small. Never mind. Oh, okay, but that's not quite as small. Still in the same system. So how? See, we got duranium, neutronium, titanium, mercasium, benderite, thorium, corundium, and gallicite. All except neutronium at 0.1. Quantities aren't necessarily bad. About 200 million total. Oh, it has survey potential. Good survey potential at that. Well, that's intriguing. Right then. Oh, we just trained more construction factory. Or construction regiments, rather. And the shipyard for... actually, I think we need to rename the shipyards. Yeah, this is gonna be... Earth Rate Shipyard. Just so that I know what size they are easily. This would be 5th. Freight shipyard. Without the plural. I can talk. Like in English. And then 4th rate. Yeah, there we go. Now we have all 4 of those. Eventually we'll need to get the ship of the line designs as well, but I think first we need to kind of test the waters, so to speak, with these lighter ships. Because I don't think we have the correct caliber weaponry for the ships of the line or anything like that yet. Like, I think we really need to have a lot higher amount of weaponry, and then maybe some shields would be nice. Or like praising or something like that. Also, one thing that I'm still not quite figure out is what sort of in-game kind of, or in-lore explanation would be for the EM sensors, because I've not used them yet in this run, but they would be quite useful. Problem is that, like, we got spy classes already for kind of spotting the enemy sails, so thermal sensors that way, but like, I don't know what would be EM sensors. There's not really anything in like the Age of Sail that would be kind of fitting for it. Kind of the problem. Right, but we got the regiment, I suppose. I'm gonna build one more construction regiment. I don't suppose no, I do have the brigade headquarters. Or one of those as well. Overhaul completed, new officers. Right, so in September we should... Oh, Trooper completed orders. Right, Trooper 2 was taking the Cheer Survey teams, right? Or was it... No. Let's have a quick look at the mines down here. So we got the Corundum waiting. Okay, yeah, it is 3 factories. Okay, well, that's good. Let's start building... I don't know, we'll just start building 10... Kind of hard to make it fit, yeah. Right, well, let's take 10 automated mines here. It's going to take a long while. We'll probably actually have to bring in some more brigades here, but at least it's a little bit like... If I can get, say, 10... Hold on a minute. 10 is too many. 8 brigades here. That would be 10 factories. That would be automated mine every 2 years. So 16... would be... Hold on, would that be... No, I'm miscalculating here. Well, let's take a quick calculator then, to make this a little bit easier on me. Right, so we need 240 per year to reach a 1 automated mine per year speed. And we get 12 per factory. That would be 20 factories. Divided by 3, or technically divided by 1.5. That would be between 13 and 14. So technically 14 would give us higher than 1 mine per year, which is probably something that we should strive for. So it's going to be 14 construction regiments for this particular colony here, but then it's going to be feeding our corundum need for a long while. Well, to a certain degree anyway. The tritanium is going to run out quite quickly, and mercasium isn't going to... Well, mercasium is going to last for a while, and uridium is going to last for a while. But yeah, this is going to be quite a bit of resources. We are already shooting that down to Bordeaux, so that's good. And what we can kind of think about is that it's a land route going to Bordeaux or something. But yes, we got resources going there. There's something else I wanted to do. Right, we did have the new Trooper 2. Well, it's not new, but you are now waiting at London. So how about you load up more construction regiments and go to the Bay of Biscay. Load all ground units, go back to North Sea. And load up the other one. And go to Bay of Biscay. Load all the units. Back to London. There we go. That's gonna be another 9 months, to be fair. Move that a little bit because the comment down there in the background is covering up some of the text. Well, it's not really helping in there. Okay, let's just move to somewhere else. It's not actually put it behind the line there. Okay, that might be better. Right, another overhaul completed of the Romulus. Actually, where's the Romulus 2 right now? I think I want to send you to Survey 2. Yes, I want to send you through the Arctic Sea, and then to Crete, and then to the Unexplored. I want to find some new systems. Oh, and Cargo Fleet 4, what the hell were you doing? I don't remember. It was last stream when I gave this one orders, I think. Oh, right, you were taking refueling station into Kristiansand. Now you've done that. Oh, sorry about that. Just close GOG. Right, I'm actually tempted to take the cargo shuttle station here. Take that one to Bordeaux and another one to Trondheim, because both of those are going to be massive resource hubs, as far as I can tell. Question is, where am I going to take first? I think I'm going to take it to Trondheim, because there's going to be a lot more resource moving back and forth through there. Or at least that's going to be mining so much more, so it's important to be able to unload the installations there quickly. So unload all installations, then go back to London, refuel, and repeat that 9 times. Oh boy, that's going to be 2,000 days. Yeah, 2,200. Of course, it's going to fluctuate a little bit with all the planets moving and that sort of stuff. But it is a bit of a long trip. 182 billion kilometers. Just one moment. Right. Well, that's now done, so let's have a look. Hold on a minute, how far are we from the... Not far away, indeed. So then we can start building the frigates. Oh, no. Oh, well, that's another... Oh, wow. That's a bit of a big one. Gas giants. 180... Well, 187 million, let's just say. Thorium at 0.9 accessibility, so that's a lot of fuel that can be got in there. Or a lot of whales. Oh, and Trooper 1 completed orders. Right, you were the one doing the... Have a look. We do have 2 surveys going on. That Trooper can probably stay there for the time being. And there we go, research completed. I think what we're going to do now is we are going to cancel this project. And we'll take the better one. So, sensor fire control, I'm going to put into 6. That project, and then I think we want to get the bigger carronade right now, so I'm going to put 1 there, and we've got 1 more, maybe for the extra money. Probably smart. Okay, so now we've got those. Let's just double check the frigates. Alright, we actually never gave the heavy frigate a name. Oh. You know what? We shall name this Sir Jody. We saw quickly in the notification from GOG. We put in the year already in there. So that's what, 1790. It's built later design. Well, technically, this probably would have started at 1787. Also, I'm not entirely sure if you noticed, but you are the light frigate, Alberto. You got a complement of 39 pounders, so 5 carronades, and then you got a total of 8 deck guns, so 2 rail guns that shoot 4 times, and then you got, well, that's about it really. Like, you got decent sensors. You don't have a long range, but you're kind of meant to. The most honor and explodability. I mean, you are decently fast shaped for a. What? Hold on. What tier are we actually? Where's the engine? There you are. Doesn't say. Well, we can quickly check it in the design tech then. Nuclear pulse engine, right. So it's a decent-ish speed, like 3,500 kilometers per second. It's not too shabby. Of course, the fuel efficiency isn't particularly good. You can have up to, well, you can sail up to 90 days without refueling. Assuming that you're not taking hits. You do have 74 hits, or internal hit points, so it's something, and 4 layers of armor. But yeah, that ship is designed, and then we got a slightly heavier one, which has a lot more deck guns. Actually, not that much more actual cannons, which is potentially a bit of a problem. Heavy armor, slightly slower. Also, one thing that I did realize just now is that your fire control isn't actually up to the scratch, but that's mostly because the fire control speed that we have right now is just, well, we need to upgrade that. But then we're gonna maybe make it to 3,500 kilometers per second. But like, the center upgrades are relatively cheap to make, so we can just research those and then make a new variant of the ship. But yeah, I think we're gonna build one of each. Oh, but we first need to retool these, don't we? Retool Alberto, yes. And then retool to Goody. There we go. And then I guess we can just put them into the battle fleet, yeah. We built one of those. Gonna build one of these. Probably. Oh, right, I didn't actually use the components, which I should have, because I'm pretty sure that we still have some cannons there. Yeah, we do. Those are fairly fresh small masts. Also, we've got some survey sensors there still. Well, that is certainly something to keep in mind. Oh, right, I should not be taking the 1 day increments here. I'm just waiting for the build cycle. There we go. Oh, civilians construct another freighter. Excellent. And more minerals. That's actually not all that much. Well, there's almost 500,000 gallons out there. I take that back. Overall, not too bad. Oh, there we go. Oh, and we found another Hokkaido, because I renamed the previous one. Okay, there's a lot of comets here, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of... there's one planet. With 100 bars of pressure in the atmosphere. Okay, that's... Oh, yeah, the temperature is 1700 Celsius. Alright then. It's almost enough to boil water. Oh, actually, the star is interesting. It has about the same mass and luminosity as our own sun. A thin layer, yeah, exactly. Right, and then there's 5 comets here. Oh, I think one of the comets is near habitable, but the comets go around, so the habitability kind of fluctuates. Hopefully we can find something cool. Well, so let's have a look. Where does it situate itself? Right, over there. Okay. Fair enough, I suppose. Let's actually take 2-hour increments, and then there we go. Oh, and... wow, we've found so much minerals in Kyushu. Have a look at the mineral text. So there's... the innermost planet, well, it has okay resources. In the end, like, that's a... well, the uranium is going to run out very quickly, so is the carbamide, but there's a little bit of corundium and neutronium in there. Although those two accessibilities aren't necessarily worth the mining alone. But then A2 has massive oh wow. 59 billion carbamide. 54 boronite. Million that is. 22, okay, yeah, so that has massive resources. Including 10 million corundum, okay. I think corundum is not going to be all that big of an issue in this run. Other than, you know, the accessibilities might not be great. But the quantities that we found are quite massive. Then A3 has quite massive resources as well. Then let's see, we got some gas giants there. Some moons, some with a lot of resources, some with less resources, but there's a lot of moons that we surveyed. Of course, there's quite a bit of gas giants in here. And there's another moon with, oh wow. About what, 160? 170? Yeah, 170 million tons of resources. Only uranium, neutronium, and vendorite, but a lot of resources. Now then, we should be getting construction factory completed at London. Do we still have a lot of resources in there? We do have a decent bit. I think we might want to start getting another naval shipyard just in case. Or that we can start building that one up to the first ship of the line. Yes, that is the Stellaris soundtrack. This game doesn't have any sound, so just using something in the background. And minerals exhausted at London. Okay, yeah, we're slowly running out of resources to mine here, which is probably... Well, it just means that we need to get our mines out of here to somewhere else. Actually, have a look. How much are we producing in Trondheim now? Haven't actually increased the amount of mines here yet. Still 1,100 tons of minerals per year. So don't take me wrong, it's not bad. I mean, London only... Well, okay, it's about 10% of what London does. Or maybe 12%, but still, not very massive. And then how about Bordeaux? Bordeaux doesn't produce much, but this one is 400 tons there. Oh wow. Oh no, there's actually only one mine. Okay, I was wondering why there's only 10 tons of minerals produced in Bordeaux, but that would explain a thing or two. We're gonna get another mine in the not too distant future. After that, do we? Yeah, we are mining both of those. No, I don't think we are picking up the resources from here. No, we're just mining so slowly. Alright then, well that would explain a thing or two. Oh, more minerals in Kyushu, not very high quantities though. Oh, and fuel refinery is complete along. Oh right, I forgot. Hold on, no, I did start building the naval shipyard there. Okay, so do we have... We're producing 4.8 million litres of fuel on London itself. Plus then, if we have a quick look at the fleet, we should be producing about 5 million litres of fuel with the fuel or thorium harvesting, and then another 1.9 in the channel. So we do produce quite a bit of fuel, but it could always be higher. So we're getting the financial centers currently, we're getting the research facilities, we do have naval headquarters level 3, or military academy level 4, so we get a decent bit of officers at least. Are we building maintenance supplies? We are. Oh wow, we're making 8,000 per year. I suppose we could always just get a bit more fuel refineries, or fuel harvesters rather. I never really have too many of those. Get another 10. There we go. Those are underway. They shouldn't take too long to build, to be fair. And we get to use one of the support vessels to tow them in to the fleet that they need to be part of. Oh, geosurvey completed in the Arctic Sea Moon 22 of that particular planet. Okay, so we found 3.8 million tons of boronite and 2.4 million tons of gallicite. Alright, well, if that means... hold on, it was the Arctic Sea Moon 22, so this one. Aurora and Calisite, so both are 0.1 accessibility, so not particularly high. You know, it does add quite a bit of extra resource in there. I think this is certainly a planet worth mining at some point. There's a little corundium, calcite, and uridium, and mercasium and boronite. Titanium is not really that valuable for us because we're not going to be building missiles this run. If we were, we'd need a lot of titanium. Right now, probably not required. Right, so that was in Arctic Sea. We should have the trooper waiting in Plymouth. Let's send that back to Baltic Sea. No, hold on. Oh, that was Arctic Sea. Right. So, moving 22, load up the units, and then... War Fortress, but I think it's a logistics war, to a certain degree. Like, you build ships and, or design and build ships, and you control an empire, you kind of manage the colonies and all that sort of stuff. But the main part of this game is just building or designing the ships. Usually you don't even get to use them in combat. And then, yeah, logistics is quite an important part of the game. Right. Making sure... The Arctic Sea, we should have the colony on the A4, we do. Good. Let's rack this back in. A4, we can unload all ground troops. And I suppose I can send this one back to Channel and refuel there. A bit of a longer trip instead of refueling at London, but I do need to have one group over there at least. Well, this is kind of a casual. I mean, it's this is less of a game and more of a storytelling tool, really. And this is the latest version of this game, but like the original game was made quite a while ago. In the early 2000s, I think was the very first versions. But the C# version of this Aurora 4X was released, was it early April last year? Something like that. So it's a bit more than a year ago. And yeah, you usually realize that you've done a fatal mistake in your ship design, and then they are kind of worthless at that point. Right, so we had the survey thing done. Good. We gave the orders to ship that survey team to go elsewhere. Oh, we found more resources at Kyushu. Okay, that's not too bad. That's 2 million duranium. Which is effectively the kind of steel-like resource which is used pretty much everywhere. Just slowly cycling through the... Oh, right, that's one of the harvesting or thorium harvesters. So basically, ships that make fuel from gas giants. Not every gas giant has the correct resources, but quite a few of them do. Oh, cargo fleet completed orders. Alright, let's have a look at what you have. Or rather, what were you doing? Right, you were taking installations, mostly infrastructure into Bordeaux. Alright then. I suppose you can actually do that again. Order template. Hold on. Do I not have a infrastructure order to there? That's the Bay of Biscay. That's the automated mines for the planet that we'll be mining more and more in. That's Bordeaux taking construction factories there. I don't think I actually have a template for... Okay. Yeah, I could probably just take automated mines to Aalborg again or something like that. Not quite as long of a distance. Oh, and we got another brigade headquarters. Let's have a look. How many ground units do we have in London right now? So we've got 3 regiments. Actually, we can just put them all under the 1st Brigade here. There we go, and there should be room for a bit more. Yeah, there's room for another 5,000 tons. I suppose we could make a militia regiment with 4 battalions. That's not a terrible idea, quite frankly. Right, well, let's go ahead and put those into the production queue. So, regiment and 2 militia battalions. Now, the ground units that I'm building here are something that I've designed myself. So, including the ships you design, you also design the ground units and all that sort of stuff. Now, they are relatively abstracted. Like, you kind of choose the weapon type and all that sort of stuff. You give them a name, and you can kind of choose the armor type that you put on them and that sort of stuff. But for the most part, it's very abstracted. Like, you either think that it's a squad of units or it's a single soldier, each of the units, and that sort of stuff. Like, there's a lot of freedom, and that's kind of the point of the game. Like, it's a less of a game and more of a, like, just a platform to usually do, like, sci-fi sort of stories. It works fairly well on that, but it's also not very optimized. It's just one person's like a hobby game, kind of. Oh, more ground survey potential. Did we? Okay, we found some boronite, benderite, and thorium on that planet. Accessibilities are quite horrible, but it does have the potential of 2. Potential level of 2. So it's not necessarily too bad, I suppose. Oh, right, and we got the construction regiment now. I think we're going to need a bit more of those. But in another... First, this is going to be... Yeah, that's going to be the 6th construction regiment. Yeah, that's probably good enough to get started at least. Now, did we... Hold on a minute, did we actually build up the... No, the Dolphin is still underway. That's going to be complete on July this year. Okay, well that will explain why it's not completed yet. But then we definitely need to get another troop transport ship. A civilians constructed another freighter. That's good. They'll be doing a lot of trading, which means that we get a bit more money out of that. Oh, we got another regiment headquarters and militia battalion. And we got another whaler. I'll just wait until the whalers are all completed before I start transporting them over. It's just a lot less micro that way. Right. We got the troops still underway. I mean, we got at least 1 construction battalion. You know what? I'll just put in another 2 of them. Now, to be fair, they probably do cost quite a bit. If we have a look at the mining, so ground force training, well, it takes mostly vendorite, actually. Which I suppose we do have quite a bit. We got a stockpile of 107,000 tons. Plus, I believe we are... Actually, let's have a look at Empire Mining. Well, vendorite stockpile is growing, but that is basically the almost entire stock that we have in London. I mean, same holds for most resources anyway. Yeah, oh, and more minerals in Hokkaido. Oh, right. Wait, that was the planet. It does have some potential for extra minerals in there. Oh, and the comets have had some resources as well. Nice. Right, so that's... Oh. Well, speaking of vendorite, there's 1.0 accessibility for vendorite in here. And then we got some thorium, mercasium, neutronium, and a heck ton of duranium there. Yeah, okay. That might be a nice little mining colony again. Now, well, it needs to be automated mines mostly. Because no man is gonna live in there. Unless we go ahead and... Oh, actually, it's even... Okay, it's a bit too large for doing effective terraforming. Until we get the terraforming ships, I suppose. Oh, right, the trooper completed orders. Alright, I skipped that by accident. Well, you're currently at London. What you can do is you can take the construction regiment, go back to Bay of Biscay, drop the troops in there, and then go back to the North Sea, into London, and refuel. It's going to be another 144 days. Have a quick look at the mining operations here now then. So how much are we mining? Still about 400 tons. Oh, we've just barely scratched the surface in terms of building the stuff in here. Oh. Okay, the production rate is only 72 right now, so we do need to increase that quite a bit. Yeah, I suppose we only started producing this like maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I think. Maybe a bit longer than that, but it could be having some problems. Militia battalion completed. We did start building another construction regiment. Excellent. Oh, and Trooper 1 completed orders. Now you're orbiting Plymouth, but that's be fine, I think. Unless, hold on a minute. Are we still doing surveys on 2 places? We are. Okay. Yeah, I could probably get a 3rd regiment at some point, but there's not that many places yet, because we haven't been exploring too aggressively. Planes constructed. Another freighter, and then more mineral. Ooh, another survey potential location. Okay. Oh, it's a moon. Okay, it has a lot of neutronium and a few other minerals. So total amount of minerals there is about 30 million, 30 something. Probably about 33 actually. But yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, and there we go, another whaler. Oh, finally, we got the dolphin done. Right, well, I think what we want to do for that is... Oh, we did actually build some whalers before. Okay. Whoops. Right, well, let's detach you. I can drag you to logistics. And... hold on a minute. No, you are transporting stuff. I should probably rename this into Dolphin 3. Just to get the year number out of there. Right, well, let's give the Dolphin 1 orders to get some of the whalers out. So, shipyard fleet, tractor, I suppose, any ship really. Then go to the North Sea whalers, restructure ship, hit that, let's repeat it 4 times to get started. It's rather a close distance though, so it's not going to take a long time. And then I suppose you can just move to London. Research completed. Oh, we finally got the better maintenance. Excellent. Let's have a look at the... what could we do next in logistics? We still haven't got on boat base or any sort of hangars. We're not going to get the large cargo holds because we are not going to build that large ships that would actually benefit from them. Ooh, actually, the underwear replenishment rate would be quite nice. I will do that. I mean, it's only 20%, but it's still going to be better than nothing. Because that means that then our support vessels can refuel the ships on the move. As long as they're in the same fleet. Right, well, we'll put that in. It's only 2 research labs right now, so it's not going to be... oh, no. Wait, no, yeah, it's 2. Okay, good. I can read. Next tech that we're going to get is the wealth generation. Alright then. Oh, and jump point detected. Excellent. Oh wow, that's really close to the previous one. Actually, how long of a distance is that? It's about 500 million. Oh, right, yeah, we got another survey vessel in here. I mean, I suppose it is the closest place to survey right now. Oh, and the Dolphin completed orders, so that means that we have another 5 fuel harvesters in the North Sea whaler, so we've got a total of 30 of them right now. That's not too bad, and it doesn't mean that we're producing about 6 million litres per year. Which is probably for the best. And more minerals, well, that's not a lot of it though. Constructed another freighter. Now, how far are we into getting the frigates completed? Is it gonna take? The first one's gonna be done in April next year. The second one's gonna be done in June. Or the lighter one is gonna be done in April. The heavier is in June. We got the repair shipyard there, which is not being used yet. Now, I suppose what I could do We know that the aliens in... Actually, what place was it again? Hold on a minute. Actually, we can just check that through the intelligence screen. Right, so it was in Honshu. So in Labrador Sea. Oh, well, okay. Interesting. But yes, we found some aliens and we've been unable to communicate with them. We could send in a military fleet to investigate their outpost that we found. Which might lure out some enemies, but of course I'm not entirely sure if we're really ready to fight them. Assuming that they're using missiles, we're kind of screwed. Although I suppose the... Oh, got another whaler completed. I suppose the frigates do have some capability of shooting down missiles. They're deck guns, but it's not particularly high speed. Or not particularly high reliability right now. Because we'll probably be getting a missile to the front of the ship. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the outpost... it probably has some... Actually, we didn't check if the... Well, I suppose the survey vessel couldn't see that. Now, once we do have one of the frigate, we could actually send it to at least explore what sort of amount of troops can we expect to be on the outpost itself. Most likely it has some surface-to-orbit weapons, which is going to be kind of a pain in the butt to deal with, at least for us, because we don't have particularly long-range stuff. Right, so the Trooper 2 completed orders. Was that doing the transports to... I believe it was. Transporting construction regiments, which we don't have anymore right now. Got 5 of them in Bay of Biscay. Right, well, let's just get the militias into the regiment. That under the 1st Brigade. There we go. How much do you have? You got 25,000 tons of worth of troops. You got... Ah. Oh, right, that's part of the formation, but complete organization. Okay, so you got quite a bit of infantry. Hold on. No, that's morale. Units. There we go. A lot of militia. Well, that's the militia brigades. Then line infantry, redcoats. Quite a few howitzers and pikemen. And some hussars, mortars, horse artillery. And that's about it, really. But overall, it's not too bad of a group. I mean, in combat, it's going to melt away. Let's be honest. But for garrison purposes, it's fair enough. Ah, Skagerrak. Oh, right. Construction factory completed in Kristiansand. Have a quick look at over here. What do we have? We got 50% of... okay, so we've got a decent bit of production capabilities available. We don't have any corundium, though, so that kind of rules out some of the things. I suppose what I could do is just get more financial centers, really. But the rest of the industry to work on that one. Oh, you just... Oh, yeah, you just completed another financial center. Alright, then. So we are at least getting some more money there, but our total money hasn't really gone... Let's have a look at the situation. So, oh, actually, we are quite close to our max amount of money that we're allowed to have. So that would kind of explain why the money hasn't gone that much higher than what it was before. Not gone down much either. One of the survey vessels completed overhaul. Excellent. So did I ever start doing the maintenance facilities in here? No, we do have the resources to run them. We just haven't started making them. Okay, well, if that's the case, once we get the terraforming installation, we should definitely get some maintenance facilities in here. Like, if we get 8, that's going to give us 10,000 tons of capacity, which isn't massive, but it's enough to at least maintain, like, 1 sloop there, or sloop of war, and then 1 survey vessel at a time doing overhaul. Oh, there we go, another ship constructed. Fuel harvester constructed. Oh, there we go. Civilians construct. Oh, and we got another construction regiment. Excellent. Didn't start... No, actually we just started producing another one. I do believe that Trooper 2 is currently operating in London, so you can easily just load up the construction regiment and then go back to Bay of Biscay, unload all Crown units, and then go back to London. It's 150 days. It's not a quick trip, to be fair. Not yet, anyway. And Cargo Fleet 2 completed orders. Where are you doing last time? Oh, we got Cargo Fleet 3 not doing anything as well. Or no, you're just loading up stuff. Right, well, you were last seen loading up contracted factories at Trondheim. Right, that makes sense. Do I have order template of taking mines at Trondheim? We do. I think we're gonna do that. I'm pretty sure that Trondheim still have some... Oh wow, has almost 20 million population. Okay, yeah. Not having a shortage there. And it does have... Okay, it's slowly getting the cargo shuttle station. It has had quite a few mines. It's gotten some of the construction factories already. And he's getting the mass driver in... Well, next year. So in about 1.5 years from now. Because the speed is going to increase. Actually, no, that speed is not going to be increasing. Oh, no. We're going to get another factory there soon enough, I reckon. So yeah, it is going to increase slightly. But most of the resources from here are being transported into London. I'm kind of curious. The amount of corundium we have here hasn't gone down much recently. Because we haven't been using it that much. Sorium, we still have quite a bit, but we're also using quite a bit. So the amount is going to go down a little bit. But at the same time, we are going to be bringing some sorium from the other colonies. Quickly, so Aurora, how much are you? Oh, right, yeah, this was a really good place for the mines. Although the Galizite is going to run out, and so is the Duranium relatively... Well, okay, it's not that quickly. 82 years and 156 years. Yeah, okay, it will last. Of course, we are going to be increasing the mining speed there soon enough. Okay, construction regiment trained on London. Excellent. I don't think I'll be building another one quite yet. Another whaler. Overhaul completed. Oh, civilian mining colony. Right, that wasn't Norwegian Sea, this one. Ah, there's basically no minerals in there. It's gonna run out so quickly. I think I'm just gonna let them take that. French Resources Group, okay. I'm not entirely sure that I feel particularly safe about that name. I mean, it's about to be Napoleonic Wars anyway, in this timeline. Well, in the correct timeline. Another mining colony. Okay, that's an asteroid. I don't think I need to worry about the asteroid. Spencer one. Okay, yeah, there's not that much stuff in there. I mean, the accessibilities are good, but it's going to run out of minerals soon enough. I'll just take the taxes, really. Oh, there we go. One of the Alberto is now completed. Okay, I think that one needs to... Clear. How much fuel do we have in London? 8 million. London has 10 million. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put the new Alberto into the training fleet. In the meanwhile, I'm going to send the Dolphin 3 back to Plymouth, pick up some fuel from there, and then go back to London. And then I'm gonna combine this and the Alberto into a group. I'm gonna send them to the Labrador Sea. I'm gonna check the colony again with some proper spotting this time, so we can check if there's crown troops, and if they are, how much. And that way we can then maybe plan ahead a little bit. I do think it's going to be quite risky trying to do a landing there. We don't have the drop base or anything like that, so landing is going to be very painful. Current survey, Celtic Sea. Oh, thorium from 42 million to 144 million, and 68 million uridium was found. Okay, well that's not too bad. Where's the troop of 1? You are currently at. Okay, let me do that quickly there. I'm gonna have to refresh this. Is there anything else in Celtic Sea? Yeah, there's Crete, Cyprus. Remember? Oh, more Cyprus, but no Celtic Sea. Okay. Well, go to Celtic Sea. It was on the planet itself, so you can load up that one. Then you can go to Cyprus, and I suppose Cyprus 4. Right, we actually need to create a colony there. Oh, there is a create a colony button here. Excellent. So unload all crown troops, and then go back. Well, actually, you know what? No, you do need to go back. You need to be transporting another one soon, probably. So, actually, I'm just going to send you to London, then. Refuel there. Yes, that's quite nice amount of resources. Let's actually take another look at this planet. How much are the resources? 844. Okay. That's a lot of resources. It's just total accessibility is 0.8. So, not very high. I mean, those resources will last for a long while. Is it colonizable? I mean, it has too high gravity, so automated mines could work, but other than that, not really. Okay. On the other hand, I'm not entirely sure if automated mines in here is going to be particularly useful. Or if they are going to be worth the effort. I mean, I suppose I could get in some mines here. Let's say like 50 automated mines, get some construction brigades, and then just have the construction brigades churn out more and more miners. Which means that the speed of minerals shipped from here is going to get higher and higher eventually. But yeah, we can't really use that for a proper colony, which is a bit of a shame. We got the money production research done. Alright, so construction and production is probably where we are going to continue with those labs. Question is, what do we need the most? The extra research speed would be nice, but that is also bloody expensive. Upgraded shipbuilding rate would be also quite nice. We don't need the stabilization stuff. Mining is also quite nice. For fuel production, maybe. I mean, to be fair, we're going to be relying less and less on the refineries anyway. We're going to be having a lot more thorium harvesters, so that means that the fuel production speed would actually not be a terrible idea. Put in 5 labs for that. So that's going to be done, okay, 8 years. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Yes, that should increase. Oh, and there was. Okay, that's just a comet with some minerals. A little bit of minerals found on Hokkaido. Because I do still need to rename a lot of this. Oh, and the Trooper 2. Right, you dropped the team in Cyprus? No? Wait, no, that was the one that's been transporting the troops. The construction brigade, or regiment rather. So let's go ahead and continue with that. Yeah, Biscay. Unload all units. Go back to London and refuel. Another 150 days. How many do we have there right now? I suppose it is 6, yeah. So we have a total of 9 factories worth of production speed there, which is actually pretty decent. Oh, and we just got another research lab. Excellent. Might want to put it on the underway replenishment rate. Just to speed that up. Ooh. Oh no, we switched the research. Okay. I forgot that. But yes, the fire control speed rating is now going to be done on 1795, which is certainly an improvement to the previous predictions that we had. Or estimates. Right, also that means that... Oh, where's the channel? Down here. Well, the dolphin's still... Oh, it's going there. No, it's in here refueling. Right, and then it's going to be jumping back to North Sea, which is actually going to take a little while. It might be using, yeah, it's going to be using that Lagrange point, jump in here, and then take that, because that's technically shorter than flying directly. Or sailing, technically speaking. Right, well, we've got the second frigate done, or the heavy frigate done. I think what we're going to do is we are going to build another Alberto, just in case. Because what I can do is I can just directly build to the North Sea training. Right, and then we will drag this Jody from here to the sea training, or North Sea training rather. Just so that they can get a little bit of training bonus, or training done. Like, it's not going to be a massive bonus or anything like that. But I figure that it would be quite useful still, nonetheless. Oh, and we got the financial center completed at Christiansand. What do we have resources now for? Got a lot of bornite. Quite a bit of mercasium as well. And uranium. We don't have a massive production speed though. Don't have a lot of neutronium either, so we can't really expand the construction speed in here. Unless we transport some factories in, which is a possibility. But at some point we might actually want to turn this into a research planet or something, because the resource that we are getting here is quite a bit of uranium, I think. There's a fair bit of uranium and mercasium, also thorium and gallicite and a few other things. Have a look. So mining is definitely out of question. Did we get the cargo shuttle station in here? We got the refueling station, yes, but not the cargo fuel. Or cargo shuttle, not fuel. So none of the shipyards or that sort of stuff is gonna work. The maintenance facility, actually, are we getting... No, we're not getting iridium in here. Okay, otherwise that would have worked. We could always just build another terraforming installation, I suppose. Don't need the ordnance transfer facilities. Can't do the naval headquarters or the mines. Okay, so our options are actually quite limited in here. I mean, I suppose we can always just expand the infrastructure. I don't know, go another 200. You know, just to get a bit more workers in here. I mean, we're not really having a shortage right now. We could always have a bit more. Oh, we spotted another point. Oh yeah. So we did. Oh, and we have pretty much all of the survey vessels in here right now. I think one is missing right now, but I'm sure that it will find its way here soon enough. Oh, another ship constructed. Excellent. That's another whaler. A new scientist. Oh, and Dolphin completed orders. Right. Now what we'll do is we shall take the... Actually, Alberta does have pretty high deployment time. Right now, what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to detach that one, put it on the North Sea Fleet, or North Sea Navy rather. What you're going to do is you are going to be refuel, resupply, and begin overhaul. Once that's done, I'm going to send you out to do a bit of exploration of the outpost that we found. And oh, you already completed the orders. Okay. Right, well, what you are going to have is you're going to have the Dolphin 3 with you. Oh, right, it's doing the overhaul still. Okay, never mind. We'll have that ship there anyway. I'm sure that it will be useful soon enough. Cargo Fleet 1 completed orders. Right, what, where... Oh, we got a lot of colony ships waiting here. Right, so the Cargo Level 1, what were you doing? You're transporting construction factories at Trondheim. Right, what I think I'm going to do I have order templates for... I think I got 3, we got infrastructure and colonies, but I don't think we have a construction factory template for that, but you know, let's just do it manually this time. Let's take some factories, go to Christiansand, unload all installation. There. Refuel and repeat that 4 times. So it's going to take a fair bit of time, but I'm sure that that's going to be fine. There we go. Actually, that's not what we'll... Oh! Terraforming installation completed at Plymouth. Right. Look at the Plymouth, then we have 2 terraforming installations. We got a tiniest bit of atmosphere there. I mean, it's better than nothing else, but yes, it's still very much quite cold in there. It's 23 degrees Celsius. The average. I mean, yeah, we do need to add in quite a bit of nitrogen in there, and I think after that, I suppose what we'll do is we'll just add in the oxygen, just the bare minimum, and then we'll start adding some water. And that's going to allow us to get the hydro extent of 20% more or less, and of course it's going to be kind of difficult to maintain, potentially, but oh well. Right, so that's set up. What do we want to build here now? Building more construction factories. That's one of them is going to be almost done. I have okay-ish mines here, I suppose. So what we could do is we could certainly build some more mines. Build another 5 of them. Yes. Oh, not that high quantity. I suppose we'll go for 50% right now. And then we can put the construction factories to build at 50% as well. There we go. Gives a bit more production there. Oh, and the wealth did go up quite a bit. It's now 30,000. How much can we have? We might have up to, what, 36,000? So I'm guessing it's going to be going up for a while now. Oh yes, it is. Ah, we got another construction regiment. Excellent. I think that's going to be the last one for the time being. Later on we can get more. Hey. Clean scrap a ship. Built another whaler. Right then. How much do we have fuel in London right now? We've got about 7 million litres. Plymouth has 8 million. Christians don't have 1.7 million. Not massive amounts, in all fairness. Although I do reckon that once we get... Oh, Plymouth, did I give you orders to... Oh, yes, I did. I should not have done that. But these do 30% both. Because I just realised what I need here more. And these, I need to have maintenance facilities. Put in 8 at 40%. There we go. It'll be done relatively quickly. That's going to allow us to then start overhauling over here. So that's going to make a bit less back and forth between like here and to London, because this is probably closer. Well, yeah, it should be closer. At least from a certain point of view. Archery 2 completed orders. Right, you just got here in time because we should have a construction brigade for you to transport once again. Or contracting regiment, rather. And go to the Bay of Biscay. Bordeaux. Not Bordeaux. The mining colony. Then go back to London and refuel. There we go. Right, is the Alberta still doing overhaul? No, not by the looks of it. Okay. I just didn't spot when it's that is no longer overhaul. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, it was on 30th of September. Okay, so quite a few turns away. Right, well, now, I believe we want to go to the Labrador Sea. You can probably refuel from own tankers, and then we'll give you new orders. It's gonna be 82 days, so that's gonna be really close to running out of fuel. But it's not gonna run out of fuel. Because it should have fuel for 91 days at full power. Not to mention it's not gonna be flying on full power, is it? No. Right, well that explains it. Well, that solves one issue at least. Right, we completed the whalers. We got, what, 10 of them waiting at the shipyard fleet? Indeed. Let's take this. Detach these. And then the Dolphin 1 can have some fun. So what you'll do is you'll go ahead and... yeah, fleet. Tractor any ship. Go to the channel. Go to the channel whalers. Release tractor ships. You can probably refuel from the tankers just in case. And then go to North Sea. Repeat that 4 times. And then you can go to London and transfer fuel to Colony. There we go. That's going to keep it busy for a while. Then we're going to have another fire, which we should probably take either to... let's take a quick look, shall we? We'll open this first. So we do have fuel harvesting in the channel. We've got in the North Sea. So either going to Arctic Sea or some like Norwegian Sea would be a decent idea for the next harvesting place, or Skagerrak. Like one of these 3 should probably be the next new location that we start harvesting in. Now, I suppose Skagerrak would be a decent place in the regards that there... okay, there are a few gas giants in there. Neither one has a massive, at least from these 2, neither one has massive quantities, but the quality is fairly nice. And it should be relatively close to the center of the system, so that's also quite handy. It's A5, so that one, and A7, so it's... okay, it's a bit of a difference there in the distance, but it's actually not too bad. Yeah, we can start harvesting over there, and then we can transport that to Christensen, which is going to be quite handy, because we can already unload the fuel in there, and then we can refuel from there if we want to. On time exceeded. Oh, right. Training fleet. Gone over the... oh, well, I did manage to get 20% training at least. Put it down there. And then Alberto, actually. I need to select this one, yes. Refuel own fleet. And resupply own fleet. Alberto, I think you need to put in your active sensors already. Just in case. And then I'm going to zoom over to Labrador Sea. So that I'll be there once things happen. Which is going to take some time still. I suppose we could check the green... oh! Oh! Okay, the geosurvey in the Arctic Sea A4 has been completed. Uranium accessibility increased from 0.1 to 0.3. And then we completed the naval shipyard complex at London. Right then, let's have a look at this. So that was the Arctic Sea A4. Okay. The total accessibility is now 0.8, so it's still quite small. But the uranium is quite nice now, and the quantities is almost 300 million tons of resources in here, so that is gonna last for, well, not quite eternity, but pretty darn close. Probably longer than the save is gonna last. But yes, that is quite nice. So that would be providing some more minerals into Orc. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh. Okay, we do actually mine some neutronium in other places, so we don't necessarily need it that badly in Orkney, but I think Orkney might be a nice place for another shipyard. I think that might be working quite nicely. Well, speaking of Orkney, got all the construction factories or something completed in here. Do we have a lot of mines? We've got 22 mines. I believe we are transporting more. If not, then we're going to need to build more. But I'm just going to put in 5 more mines at 80%. That's going to be completed. Let's actually, just so that I don't forget to check something, I'm just going to save real quick, and then we are going to be opening the Aurora electrons. One moment. We open that. Just to check if there's any thingies that I've forgotten. Quite handy tool for that. Quickly exit the light mode. Right, so warnings. Oh yeah, that's still stockpiling. I suppose we've probably gotten the mass... oh no, we started building the mass driver there, but that mass driver is not completed yet. Okay, well, fine. Some low morale crews. Mostly survey vessels. We've got quite a bit obsolete ships. Mostly cargo fleet by the looks of it. And then there's few survey vessels and that sort of stuff. Not that big of a problem. Although that... Oh, right, yeah. What I should do is... Next time we have a not survey, cargo fleet at London, we should definitely retool them. Just so that they'll be a bit faster next time. Well, for the foreseeable future. And then we got 2 admins without a command. We got the North Sea Command and North Sea Patrol. Okay, well the North Sea Command could probably use a commander. Oh, and yeah, Trondheim is probably good enough without transporting the... Yeah, it's the 3rd largest colony right now. I mean, it is quite important colony in a way. Hold on. Civilians... Not destination or source. That should be fine. Eventually, once these get to, I don't know, about maybe 200 million. Like, I think once they reach 20 million, or, I mean, actually, this one's already stable. So basically, once they reach 10 million, you don't necessarily need to be taking people in there. But yes, we got that one sorted out now. Right, and I want to check, just in case, we're still building the mass driver. That's going to be done in July this year. Alright then. Right, so I wanted to check the Greenland Sea, and we're not in here yet, are we? No. The fleet. Oh, right. Oh, there we go. There's Alberto. Oh, right. The new commercial vessels do have a speed of 1200 kilometers per second, which isn't terrible for commercial vessels. Especially for a support vessel, that's pretty decent. Oh, right. Oh, Trooper 1 completed orders. That reminds me, that's been transporting the troops, or the survey teams, hasn't it? And we just did the survey in Arctic Sea. Let's have a quick look at the survey sites. Is there any more in the Arctic Sea by the looks of it? No. There's one in Norwegian Sea B. 6 Moon 18. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the... Not the Dolphin one, the Trooper one. So you need to go to the Arctic Sea. Which one was it that we just did? A4. Load up that one, go to Norwegian Sea. And what was it again? B. 6 Moon 18. Ah, don't think I have that marked. Okay. There's a reason for that. I'm feeling that there is, but I'm not entirely sure. So, Norwegian Sea. B6, Moon 18. Okay, yeah, it does have... No, that's not correct. No, that was 4 Moon 18, okay. Oh, it doesn't have any minerals in there. Well, once it's away... Well, I suppose it might as well. We create a colony there. Will that give the... Yes. Unload all ground units, and then I suppose you can go back to London. Sure that you'll be needed there soon enough. Go a colony. Right, so now we're going to jump back to the Greenland Sea, because we know that our fleet is in there already. Slowly going through. Wait a minute, did you? I see what happened. Since the core system is so small, of course it isn't that much extra move through, but it looks like what we did is the original plan was to go through that one and to jump through there, and then we'd technically be closer. During the time that we were sailing towards here, those two Lagrange points kind of rotated the locations around a little bit, and now we went through the inner system to reach that one, to jump back there and then move forward. Oh boy. Well done, game. Well done. Right, we should be reaching the system. There we go. And I believe we just refuel as well. Now, what I think we'll need to do is we'll need to recheck. Is that... Yeah, it's a B3. Making sure we do have our sensors on. Don't we? No. Oh, or do I not have it on display? That might be it. Or did I forget to put in active sensors in here? I don't think that's the case. Like those ranges, yeah, no, it should be visible. Or if I have it selected in here, it should be visible. Or is that in contacts? No. Am I just blind? Oh, there we go, active sensors. I was just blind. Okay, so we've got a range of 5 million. So what we're gonna do is, it was a B3. We're gonna follow at 5,000. 1, 2, 3, 5 billion. There we go. That's gonna take a bit of time. Actually, it's not that long. Is that? Oh, right, that's D. It must be 3. We haven't surveyed that one yet. Pretty sure that there is some sort of minerals in there. I don't know yet. Oh, I think they spotted me. And because it just went before the previous turn, it was just a 17-hour turn instead of 24. Right, we are still relatively far away. Oh, that's even more. They probably... Oh, there we go. Oh, we found some ships. I think this might be bad. How did we not find the ships previously then? Oh, I suppose... Oh, those are probably defensive platforms. Oh no. Oh no. This is bad. Well. First things first. Let's detach the dolphin. Put you under the logistics again. Then Alberto. What do we want to do with you? I think I do want to go a little bit closer, check if there is anything in there. We're getting so close. Not moving. But yeah, I want to check if there's any, like, Oh, right, yeah, those are probably anti-missile platforms. Or some sort of point defense system. Question is, how long a range do they have? Do we want to test that with a frigate or not? Like, if we send the frigate in, it's gonna be destroyed. Unless it's something like railguns or something like that or like ghost turrets for point defense. Then we might technically be able to shoot them, but it's quite unlikely. But if they don't have speed... Like, they've not moved so far. I'm sure that they spotted me. Accept the sacrifice. Okay. In we go then. In we go. Right, we should be fairly close. No, there doesn't seem to be any troops on there. At least we're not spotting anything. Okay, so it's just those that we spotted, I think. Wait, no, it says that it was a population last time, yeah? That was a population, so there was the thermal contact strength in there. Probably just the deep space tracking station, to be fair. Okay, we've got a fair bit of fuel. Remove that. B3 move to, or rather follow at... I don't know, we'll go for 90,000 kilometers. Get slightly closer. Oh, there we go, we found the thermal signature again. Oh yeah, we were last time about 3 million. Oh, right, yeah, we were about 3 million, weren't we? And they didn't shoot it that time. Oh, right, they probably have basically no thermal signature. Because I don't think they have engines. I mean, that would explain a thing or two. Oh, yeah, we found the thermal signatures, so they got 19 on each of them. They're not moving. Question is, are they gonna be moving or not? Oh. Oh no. Right, first things first, before we go forward, I think we need to set up the combat stuff. I suppose just... I mean, just assign all. I mean, technically I just could use the alternate assign. And then... One defense mode. Final defensive fire. That should be fine, I think. But they did start moving. They did start moving. 1 kilometers per second. They're no longer on the planet itself. It's quite interesting. Oh, there we go. There's the missiles. 68,000 kilometers per second. Ooh. Okay, well, let's see if we can shoot down any of the missiles. My estimate is that we can maybe shoot down one before we die. There is... how many is that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 3. Or 9 times 5. So, 48 missiles. At that sort of speed. Yeah, that's... well, we kind of know how close we can get. It's about 2.5 million kilometers. Here's the thing. Those are now going to be no longer on the planet itself. So technically, if we wait for a couple of years, we should technically be able to get pretty close to the planet. It was an error. Okay, well, what we're going to do is we are certainly going to be trying to get a little bit... or trying to get away from here alive. So we'll remove the last. I mean, we won't be doing that. But we'll try to get a little bit away at least. You know, buy us a few seconds. Although actually 5 seconds is going to be... oh, no. Oh, man. Also, I should probably make sure I should consider them hostile right now. Oh, man. I know that the Hon is from Honshu, but like... I think we're going to call these the French. Also, the timing is quite convenient. Like, it's pretty close to... I don't remember when the Napoleonic War started, but... pretty much around there. So what we're going to do is we're going to rename them. Rename race. Call them the French. I'm tempted to leave the abbreviation at Hon, but I think that might be a bit naughty. So let's go with Fra. And do we... oh, right, communications are underway, but they're not communicating. I mean, they are communicating with missiles. Yeah, I know. Okay, they are going to be hitting in either 5 or 10 seconds. Oh, okay, make that 10. Oh. Oh, right, there was anti-missile missiles, okay. So sure, we shot one down. Question is, are we close enough for the other missiles to hit? We took a lot of armor damage. Luckily, these ships do have a decent bit of armor. Okay, they did just about penetrate the armor, but we didn't actually take any internal hits yet. So if we can avoid any other salvos, we can actually rescue this ship. Which is actually a bit surprising. Yes, this is actually better than I expected. Yeah, no, we don't see any other missiles coming in. Oh, never mind. That's another 48. Oh boy. Oh, we shot down another one. Okay, so we... Ooh, this time, how much did we lose? We lost one deck gun. One engineering space, the thermal sensors. Okay, so that was 6 penetrating hits. Is there anything else that was hit? I don't actually know. Just China around the Axis area has taken Moscow and reached Stalingrad. December has should lose. Okay, yeah, they'll probably slow down quite a bit, I'd reckon. Okay, but we didn't lose any engines yet. On the other hand, the fact that we don't have the thermal sensors anymore is going to make life a little bit harder. I think that is about as far as we got into their range, so the other missiles that they might have incoming might not be reaching us. Also, we can say that the deck guns actually worked. Okay, yeah, no, I think we're safe. Huzzah! You managed to survive our first engagement with the French. And yeah, since those two now have a speed, they won't be orbiting the planet anymore, which means that we can then kind of cheese them out from there, and we can then maybe explore the planet itself at some point. We didn't see any ground troops there, so it's about a flesh wound. Exactly. So yeah, they might have a lot of missiles in there, plus a potentially an ordnance transfer system or something like that. Interesting. But yes, I'm quite happy that we managed to do that. So how about we actually switch your orders now? Let's go ahead and absorb that one. Go to the Greenland jump point. You can refuel from own tankers. Then I suppose you can just get to North Sea to London, and I suppose you can refuel from your tankers. Where is the detached tankers? Replacement crew, I suppose. And refuel, resupply, and overhaul. There we go. Yes, that went better than I expected. Oh, did that just get away? Oh no, it removed all the orders. That's annoying. Okay, well, let's do that again. Refuel from own tankers. Then go to North Sea, London. That again. It would be really handy if you could recolor some of these orders, so you could have like refuels in certain color, for example, and that sort of stuff. It would be a lot easier to see the what sort of order you're looking from the list. Right, but yeah, refuel from tankers, then detach tankers. Refuel. Oh, not refuel, resupply, because we just refueled. Resupply and then begin overhaul. There we go. That did slow down the ships a little bit, but oh well. Right, we completed the overhauls of one of the survey vessels and the heavier frigate. Now, to be fair, let's actually have a quick look at the Alberta ship design again. We've only got technically 8 deck guns, but considering that, well, I mean, it's just 2 railguns shooting 4 times. But yeah. So on average, 1 in 8 shots managed to... Well, actually, no, that's not true, because the carronades probably also shot. I'm not entirely sure which one actually then destroyed the missiles. I suppose it doesn't really matter. But, like, the weaponry that it had, it did manage to shoot down 1 missile per ship. Or 1 missile per salvo per ship, on average. If we can get the training a little bit better and the grade a little bit better and all that, we can probably increase the hit chance a little bit, and especially if we can get the tracking speed slightly higher. It still means that we need to have a massive fleet to actually shoot down everything, or just tank all the hits, but they shoot the missiles pretty far away, like about 2.5 million kilometers, so actually reaching the combat distance for us is going to be quite difficult. That's just something to keep in mind. Run back to Greenland, see how we actually... Oh, bollocks, I realized something. Damage control. Automated damage control. There we go. Successful repair of the deck guns. And the spyglass. And the Trooper 2 has completed orders. And we repaired one of the engineering spaces. We don't even have the damage control yet. No, I don't think we have the damage control research yet, do we? No, we do not. Also, I think we'll need to... Oh, right, the composite armor is 5,000 points. That would... that is certainly something that we need. At the same time, we might want to start thinking about some shield techs. Some sort of bracing inside the ships to kind of reduce the damage. Overhaul completed on one of the survey vessels again. Nope, and another mining colony in the Norwegian Sea. Okay, which one is that? Oh no, they expanded. Right. This was one of the... Yeah, this is one of the... Either the asteroid or... I think this is an asteroid. At least the gravity is quite small and the max population is quite small, so I would assume it's an asteroid. All complete. Actually, take one of these survey vessels. Which one is that? It's either 4 or 5. I'm guessing 5. Let's go ahead and find you a location, like a new system to open up. Because we've surveyed most of Hokkaido now. There's still some gravitational survey locations there. I think we might want to go to Norwegian Sea then. And open another one of those here. There we go. Nope, and cargo fleet 3 completed orders. Well, here's the thing that I did have in mind earlier, is retooling these to a later design. Yeah, these do not have the speed upgrade. These do. Okay, so the first 2 cargo fleets do, but the third one does not. Well, I guess it's your time to be retooled then. Or refit it, rather. So, refit from hauler. Hauler. I don't think we have any components to use, but in case we do, I'll just put in the components. Usage on, and then just go through these, I guess. There we go. So these should be done in September. That's actually not that long time. I think it'll be back in action. Aha, Alberto has returned home. Okay, well... Oh, right, it's probably started the overhaul on it right now, hasn't it? I mean, I suppose this can still repair Alberto. And it's going to be rather quick repair by the looks of it. At least I assume it is. Let's see. Repairing Alberto is going to be done in August, so yeah, it's not that long time. I mean, most of the damage was armor damage. It's going to cost a little bit to repair it, but in the end, it was totally worth it. We now know how quick their missiles are. 68,000, which is quite massive speed, to be fair. After mass driver completed at Trondheim. Oh, finally. Okay, so if we go to Trondheim, actually not Trondheim itself, but a lot of the mining colonies in here. We can start finally pushing the resources into Trondheim. There's a lot of resources in here. Around and Galessa just waiting. And then we've got quite a bit of stockpile in here. Oh wow, yeah, we got 18 man mines now. We got 1,300 tons of resources, almost 1,400 mined every year. And just there, let's actually have a look. How is the... We are actually gaining corundum a little bit. We're up to 14,000 now, which I don't think London has more than maybe 10,000. Yeah, about 10,000. So where do we have the rest? I'm guessing Bordeaux. No, not well. Bordeaux has a little bit. And I'm guessing Orkney has a little bit. Trondheim, of course, the mining colony that just started transferring stuff from has 1,200, so that's quite a large portion. Oh, I didn't realize that every colony that we are mining currently in the channel is producing some corundum. All of them, or most of them, not very much, to be fair, but it is still a little bit everywhere. So that means that technically, if we get some productions in there, we can just start producing more and more mines there. Speaking of mines, how is the Bordeaux? How is it not being done? I wonder. Like, still at 9.99. Oh, wait a minute. I have a bad feeling about this. This might be one of those cases where you kind of need to restart for the production capacity to actually start working. I mean, that would actually kind of explain why it hasn't done much. Okay, well, let's do that real quick. Unfortunately, you're going to have to take a gander at my desktop for a little bit. Well, not too much, I suppose. We need to bring this in here. Right, then let's open that one. And now I wonder, if I take a 5-day increment... Oh, new system discovered. Okay, well, that wasn't quite a 5-day increment then. So another Honshu. What sort of planets do we have here? Seems to be actually quite... Well, that's a very warm planet, the innermost, but every other planet in this system seems to be rather cold. It's relatively old, so not necessarily that massive resources either. Oh, we got a financial center completed in, or financial centers rather, completed in London. Let's have a look at the production over here now. Have we done... There we go, it started actually working. Okay, I had a feeling that something like that was wrong right now. That's now fixed. Okay. Should have done that a lot earlier, so we could have actually gotten probably at least one, maybe 2 mines already done. How much is... We are getting 144 points per year. Okay, so it's about... I don't know... Maybe 20? 21 or 22 months per mine. Not... Oh, actually. Governor, is there... So the Crown Construction... Is that for the Crown troops or something else? Well, I don't really care that much. I just want to have a governor. So you got Crown Construction 25%. You got a bit of mining and a bit of population growth and all that, but that's not important. Okay, so Crown Construction is for the Crown troops construction, right? Not for the construction from the Crown troops. I mean, makes sense. But yes, I would say that the frigates... Well, first, oh wow, I didn't realize we had this much idle production capability in here. I don't actually know what to do right now. this particular production. I mean, we don't have enough corundium to start spending that for extra mines. I suppose we could just build another, I don't know, 50 construction factories. That's something that we can do. And then I suppose we did get another naval shipyard not that long ago, so we should probably start with upgrading that one. Don't necessarily need to have an extra repair yard. We've got one, we can just add in some slipways for that one. And it should be large enough to repair any of the actual ships that we'll have. Extra terraforming installations is never a bad idea. I think I'll do another 4. And then that leaves us with quite a bit a commercial shipyard complex might not be terrible. At the same time, another refueling station might actually be quite smart as well, because eventually we are going to need them one. Oh, another one rather. Right, well we've got those at least. Let's have a look at the shipyard real quick. So we got this one, which is very small. I just put in the continual capacity upgrade to, I think it can be to 15,000. Alright, there we go. Should do it. Right, so how long until we get the second Alberto? That's going to be done in January. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another heavy frigate as well. And that's going to be going to the training fleet. Speaking of which, also use components. That's going to save us a tiny bit of build time. Not really all that much, but a tiny bit. Right, so the training fleet should probably start training again. Oh right, that's the tanker detachment. We can put you back to the Dolphin 3, and then we can delete this one. Dolphin 3, I think I want you to transfer fuel to colony. We'll have a bit more here for ships and logistics and all that sort of stuff. Right, so that's sorted out. So the training fleet, just the heavy frigate right now. We've actually got on a tiny bit more training in the meanwhile. I'm sure that you'll gain it a lot faster here. There we go, Alberto has been repaired. Great points have been reduced from 580 to 578. Oh right, you did have to replace some crew. But that's fine. That's actually not where I want to go. There's so many buttons. Right, so this one can be sent back to the training fleet. And then delete that one. We'll have a look. Is there a difference in the grade there? Alberto is slightly higher grade. Not massive difference to be fair. Oh, right, that's still doing the overhaul. Never mind. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to pull you back to the All-Sea Navy until that overhaul is done. Probably for the best. As we've got another Romulus down here at the... Oh, wow. There's a lot of ships around here. Actually, most of them... Oh, actually. There was the... Contacts... Hold on a minute. Of course, you're high accurate. I mean, you were completed first. But also you being in combat. I'm sure that there was some sort of tick for, or it was supposed to be some sort of tick. Oh, yeah, fleets in... Oh, no, I don't want to hire all fleets in orbit, just civilian fleets in orbit, but... Not really doing it, though. Suppose I can just... hide civilians right now. There's just going to be a massive amount of them moving around anyway. Okay, but that's going to be slightly easy to keep track of. Okay, Trooper 1 has returned home. Good. And there we go. The haulers have been refitted, so we got the Cargo 3 doing nothing right now. Let's have a look at the economy a tiny bit here. What do we want? We could increase productions in Plymouth. Quite a bit of fuel there still. It's certainly not a bad thing. We're gonna get more mines into Trondheim, because we are mining a lot of stuff in here. We've got plenty of workers available. Also, I have a feeling that we are gonna need another ship for the logistics fleet then, just to be able to actually get all of the resources from here to London. Although right now it should still be fine. We're using some of that, but I think what we are going to be doing is just order template, nor A3 mines times 5. That's actually a little bit faster this time, so that's good. Right, well, that's some orders for you. Alberto completed overhaul, excellent. Now we can put the training fleet back to training. Also, I suppose we don't have any captain or any commander on the North Sea Command. Oh, right, and the... Hold on, it was the Patrol Command that didn't have one either? No, well, we don't have anything in the Patrol Command, really, so we don't necessarily need that. Also, another thing I suppose I could do. I did unlock the... Or I did have the... Ray ship. Or the... Yeah, the spikes are now available, so I should retool the shipyard to get the smaller ships upgraded. Also, these fixed rays are now ready to be replaced. Oh, actually, this one is not locked yet. I think I need to upgrade the power plants here. Yeah, I do. The old ones. So I need 12. Shouldn't be an issue. But that means that we have a bit more room here. Now, do we take for more range? I mean, we've got a decent range already. We could always get some MSP or something else. Oh, right, I forgot that these have deck guns as well. Not particularly many, though. Actually, no, I don't think they have. No, they do have 4 deck guns total. Actually, I suppose what we could do instead is just remove those and get a quadruple deck gun instead. There's a little bit of room. No, we can't fit in another one there, but what we can now do is we can put in either engineering or maybe more fuel. I think fuel might be better, then I suppose we'll need to reduce some of the smaller fuel tanks, but that's fine. So the speed is still the same. Tracking speeds are matching. And now the deck counts. It's just one weapon, but it's slightly more space effective. Right, so that's done. Let's quickly check the spike that there's nothing odd there. I mean, it should be... Ooh, actually. We do need to replace that. Okay, so we got a little bit extra in here. Here's what I could do. Another fuel storage. Give us one more hit point there. Also, I suppose we can get another tiny one as well. There we go, so that has almost 50 billion kilometer range. That's actually pretty decent for a kind of military ship. Just Romulus has, okay, 67, but that's a survey vessel. Did I did replace that, okay, good. Right, is there anything else in here that I need to replace? The cannons are probably just fine as they are right now. Carronade, yeah, 1733 is the latest. The fire control has been upgraded. Cruise nest has been upgraded. It comes spotter. I don't think we need to have slightly longer range, I suppose. Barely. Ooh, actually, it is slightly bigger. Because I could then remove some of the fuel there. So it's back to 41.7 billion, but still decent. Still more than what the previous model had. Is that more crew members, actually? It is a few more, but it shouldn't be that big of an impact on the training. Not a massive amount of extra fuel either, but that's fine. Oh, we got... Got 5 regular fuel storages in here. I mean, technically I could replace these with another large, and technically I could then go for a very large, but I think it's more valuable for us to have at least some extra hit points there. I mean, now it has 74, whereas the Spike has 54, and how much does the Alberto have? Also 74. And Jody has 95 hit points. Under the armor, that is. Okay, well, I think we got those now set up correctly, so we should definitely go ahead and retool them. Oh, right, I retooled this for the Diplo ship. Don't think we need to have those anymore, or build those right now anymore. We got one, that's going to be usable for a while. Right, so the Seatham 86, that's going to be done in next June. And then over here we need to retool for the Romulus 86. We're done in January, so that's quite a bit faster. Also a lot less difference in the ship, I reckon. Right, well, let's keep on going. No fuel. Oh, right, it's the training fleet. Well, I mean, it should be okay right now. If it runs really low, then I'll have a look at it. Oh. Survey completed on the Norwegian Sea B6 Moon 18. Not complicated at all. Yes, was there any other locations in Norwegian Sea then to survey? No, by the looks of it. Look, so where would be the next location from Norwegian Sea? What would the... That would probably be Crete, actually. Okay, what do we have in Crete? We got one good at A2. Coming Cyprus, but that's a bit different direction. Okay, well, let's take the Trooper 1, I suppose. And go to Norwegian Sea. And... was this one, right? Yes. And then we can go to Crete and A2. Create a colony. Note all ground units. Then go back to London. Refuel there. Unfortunately, we didn't actually find any resources in there. Oh, another server vessel. Oh, right, we completed the infrastructure in Orkney. So look, what else have we been doing there? We are currently making more mines. I suppose we could technically increase the amount of workers in there by increasing the infrastructure. Or what I could do is I could start working on something like cargo shuttle station here. At 20%, it's going to take a long while to be completed, but then we don't need to transport that over, which is going to save us a little bit of fuel, among other things. We've still got pretty decent unrest reduction there. Bordeaux is going to need some militias, I suppose. Go ahead and build another 2 militia battalions. So that we'll have some uses for them. Oh, Hokkaido has been surveyed. Well, let's have a look. What's in here? You. This is from Crete. Okay. I suppose what you could do is remove all. Let's go for the jump point 1. You'll just quickly poke through there. I don't think you'll have much time to survey in there, but enough to maybe at least reveal it. Alberto is running low and and we... Oh right, the asteroid ran out of titanium already. Oh. Okay, the ground survey completed on Cyprus A4. The accessibility of neutronium increased from 0.2 to 0.3, so not a massive increase, but an increase nonetheless. Additional deposits of corundum have been discovered. Available, a total amount increased from 13.7 million to 33.7 million, so that's a 20 million increase in corundum. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Then civilians got another colony ship and a freighter. And yeah, deposits of titanium have been exhausted. Alright then. Right, but that does mean that the... Have a look. So that was the Cyprus. There is another place in Cyprus. So let's take the Trooper 2. In the meanwhile. Reminds me, I didn't actually build the Trooper 3 yet. But yes, let's go to Cyprus. Right, and then over here, load up the ground units. Oh, need to have the moons open here, so that's Cyprus 2, Moon 19. Create a colony there. And load all ground units. And then I suppose what you can do is you can go back to the channel and refuel there. Now, have we gotten any maintenance facilities into Plymouth yet? We do. We got 2 right now. Don't think we have anyone actually in there though. We technically could have. Wonder. Because it's not showing channel as a location for overhaul, I suppose. Or is it? Hold on a minute. Have a look. Oh right, it's shipyard for the port. Okay, that makes more sense. So systems. I mean, that would be Labrador Sea. But no, I don't. Oh, I suppose we can leave it open on right now. Maintenance locations. There we go. Right, so it just shows another circle around it. Well, Channel and North Sea. I mean, that makes sense. Right. We can continue. Fully trained. Right, we got the militias. I'm gonna have to transport those over. I suppose what I could do in the meanwhile is build another set of construction regiments. Let's take a quick look at the... not Bordeaux, this one. Good, we've got at least a little bit of progress on the mine now. That's something. Now that Alberta is running a bit low on fuel, it's down to 100,000 litres. Far is it in terms of training, or the deployment time rather? Well, it's almost halfway. I think we do need to refuel this though. I think what we'll do is we'll drag that over to the North Sea Navy. We'll have you refuel, resupply, and begin overhaul. After that, we can have them train a bit longer. But like, they are already 37 and 29% training, respectively, so that's not too bad. Okay, there we go. Out of the overhaul, at least. And there we go. We got another Alberto completed. I'm actually thinking about building a third one. Do we have fuel? 9.5 million. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna can afford it. So for the North Sea training, another Alberta use components. How many? Oh, actually no, we just used the last of the cannons, I think. Which honestly is fine. That reminds me, how about we put in some more components to be produced? What would be something that would definitely want to get, I suppose? Well, we've got the frigate's crow's nest. It kind of spotter. There should be an engine. About mast, but I don't. Oh, there we go. Heavy frigate mast, light frigate mast. Right, well, let's get 9 of these. And 6 of these. That's going to save us a little bit of time in the ship production. Overhaul completed. Excellent. Oh, we didn't actually get to the system. Bollocks. We're retooling of one of the... Oh, right, that's a shipyard. Yeah. Okay, well, now that we've got that one done, let's go ahead and retool, or refit rather, some of the spikes. Wait, can I not do... Oh, bollocks. No! Crap. Is that really the case? Give this a save. Let's have a look at the... Do I not? Oh, no, I do have it open. Yes. Right, so the... Romulus, yeah, it's not... How far is it for the spike? Okay, 120 points. How much is the total cost of the ship then? 109. Okay, so it is about 20%, but it's just too different, I suppose, in certain aspects. Okay, I have a potential plan how to solve this. Because if we have a look at the Romulus, it does have 4 larger ones. So if we instead... Hold on a minute. No, there's a different ship. Okay, you've got 4 large ones. You've got 3 large ones, but no, that's not actually going to work. There's a huge difference in the... There's a bit of a difference in the maintenance storage space. But at the same time, we kind of do need more in this one. I suppose, actually, if we were to replace the spy glass into same, it's not a big improvement. We do need to then remove something else. What engineer we do not, okay. Use the same engine as they should. Weaponry is a bit different, and of course the fire control is a bit different. Same amount of armor. But it's certainly the gunpowder storage that is causing a bit of an issue there. I suppose what we do need to do then, get rid of that one first to actually make this correct size again. That may increase the price of this actually, but let's have a look. Did that allow us to start using the other ones here? It did. Okay, good. Well, I suppose they have a bit better sensors now. Right, so refit from Romulus. Oh wow, we got multiple different... Oh no, not Romulus. Wait, hold on a minute. Yeah, no, we do get the spikes there. Good. A bit worried there for a moment. But yes, we can now start refitting these. Excellent. Oh, actually close it. Because that might be costing us a bit of resources and all that. But it's certainly for a good cause. Okay, Alberta has completed overhaul. Oh, no. So is the training fleet now... No, the heavy frigate is still undergoing some overhaul. It takes too long. There we go. Now we can put the training fleet back into training. And it's fully restocked with fuel and supplies. We should be able to get the training up relatively soon. I mean, I suppose it didn't have that big an impact on the combat that we've had so far, but it's just... That was just getting hit by missiles, pretty much. We were shooting a tiny bit, but we got really little hits in that one. And civilians actually scrapped one of the colony ships. Okay. Well, one of the shipping lines anyway did. We have a maintenance problem in the Alberto. First one. It costs how much? 10 maintenance supplies, and I still have 1300. Okay, I don't think we have a problem there yet. Romulus completed overhaul. Okay, I think what I want you to do, that would be Survey 6 then. I want you to go to Cyprus? No, not Cyprus. To Crete. To Hokkaido. And go to the unexplored there. It's going to take 42 days. Which actually isn't all that long, all things considered. Production of infrastructure completed at Christensen. Let's take a quick look at the... What should we do there? We don't have a lot of neutronium in here, which is definitely a problem. We don't have... Oh, right, yeah, we need to start getting some more mines here. Although it's not going to be giving massive amount of resources, it's just... We need to get some more neutronium in here just to get the economy rolling, quite frankly. Now, do we have a tracking station? Oh no, because we don't have uridium, we can't build a tracking station here. Never mind. Because we could always get some more financial centers or something. I'll just build another 2. Presume we got 3 right now. Yeah, we got 3, so that's going to take us to 5. I suppose that's fine. So it's got to be a decent bit of extra income. Or a little bit extra income anyway. Okinawa has been... Oh, this seems quite... Oh, wow, this is a massive one. The asteroid belt alone is about 50 to 60 billion kilometers from the center. Well, there's another asteroid belt in the inner... Oh, wow. It's more like an asteroid cloud than a belt. Alright then. Let's have a look. Oh. Okay, 669 asteroids. 7 planets, 58 moons. 1 habitable. Or near habitable rather, not habitable. And 181 low gravity, so there's a lot of asteroids that could technically be colonized. I suppose they are the ones that are in the inner section, right? At least that would make sense. Like the... Okay, this moon is actually not... Well... Doesn't have a lot of moon. Not a lot of gravity or room. Okay. Not sure how I ended up with a lot of moon, but... Here we are. Okay. So yeah, that's something that... Technically, I mean... I suppose some sort of orbital habitats around there might be decent. Depending on the resource, I suppose. I have a strong suspicion that this system might have another surprise in the form of the French. Somewhere. Time exceeded on one of the ships. Oh, and we got another research lab. Oh, well, I think... Oh, we're gonna get the bigger carronade soon. Excellent. That means that we can get the 12-pounder cannons. That's gonna be lovely. Also, that's gonna be a lot longer range. Now, what should we do with this research lab? I suppose we could always just put in something on, like, actually defensive systems. Yeah, we got a research on defensive systems. So we'll start putting in some more labs on that one. But I suppose we'll start with the composite armor. There's only one lab. Put in some more into the queue. 5 at 20%. Shouldn't take too long before we reach that. That is... oh, right, so we got 9 million liters on there. We got 10 millions in Plymouth. How much do we have in Kristiansand? 2 million, okay. That's better than nothing. Oh, right, and we started working on the... Ooh. Started working on the frigate engines, or frigate mast rather than that. Right now. Cargo fleet completed orders. You know what? I think we're going to be calling the stream here a bit early again. Like, I think it's probably best to keep the Aurora streams slightly shorter rather than longer, because this just takes so much thinking. And also mention, there's still quite a ways away to get a lot of the new stuff like the fire control speed rating and that sort of stuff. But we'll probably start doing some updates for our frigates and, well, other ships as well in the next stream of this. But I will be back tomorrow with some more Rome Total War, and then Sunday we'll be probably starting a new Heart of Iron 3 game. Then Monday I might be playing something else than City Skylines. But next Wednesday we will definitely continue this, so thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye bye.